I have been using the Infinix Note 12 2023 for 2 weeks as a media consumption and gaming device. And like what Infinix has advertised, this is definitely a great budget phone for gaming in several ways. But there are other things that budget gamers wouldn't like about it. So here's my take on it from a budget mobile gamer perspective. The Note 12 2023 is essentially an iterative upgrade from the Note 12 G96, as it features a similar design language on the front with a water drop notch and relatively dated looking bezels. It even has a similar frame and back cover design with the exception of a round camera bump. This is a good looking phone nonetheless, and no one would dub you if you tell them this is a 2,000 ringgit device. And by all means, it just doesn't look like a gaming phone. In terms of specs, I have to give it to Infinix for using a very power-efficient MediaTek Helio G99 chipset paired with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And before I forget, one of our viewers pointed out in our previous video that the extended RAM feature is missing, even though Infinix mentioned that as a key selling point, which I think Infinix might have just forgotten to include that feature in the software and could bring it back in a future software update. But it is one thing that you shouldn't probably bother because it wouldn't bring much significant performance improvements. The Note 12 2023's display is still a 6.7-inch AMOLED display that refreshes at 60Hz, which is indeed a generous size that offers an excellent video watching experience. But this is unfortunately no gaming display, and it's not just about the refresh rate, but also the slow polling rate, which means your swipes and taps might not register as precise and fast as you would like. That's not really an issue if you aren't using it to play in a tournament, but I would have preferred if Infinix had included a 90Hz IPS display to match the competition. One thing I do have to comment though is the stronger linear vibration motor. There's even a 4D vibration feature made exclusive for PUBG Mobile. The phone's dual stereo speakers are serviceable, although it isn't the best in its class. However, I like the sound quality and output of the headphone jack, which delivers comfortable listening volume levels at 50% with clear details and decent bass. It isn't easy to come across a mid-range phone like this that offers such sound quality even if they have a headphone jack. In my unboxing video, I noted that the phone had a cleaner software experience than other Infinix phones I have previously reviewed, and I continued to debloat it despite that. The user experience is so much better as there aren't any annoying pop-ups and suggestions from apps, and I do enjoy some additional features within the software. I definitely look forward to the day Infinix can deliver an improved XOS skin and a commitment of yearly Android OS updates. On a side note, the Infinix Note 12 2023 is a Widevine L1 certified device which enables you to stream Netflix in HD, and I totally enjoyed that on its big and bright AMOLED display. Gaming performance is decent if you can live with medium graphics setting and a regular 30 frames per second. Like I mentioned, this is a budget gaming phone, so you really shouldn't be comparing this against the likes of an ROG phone or so. And I have to give it to Infinix for managing the phone's thermals really well, as I don't encounter overheating issues even after gaming on it for an hour. The Infinix Note 12 2023 retains a similar triple camera array as the Note 12 G96, which features a 50MP primary lens, a 2MP depth lens, and a QVGA auxiliary lens that does AI scene recognition. You basically only get to use the main camera for photos, which works fine but not great in regular lighting. Even with night mode turned on, it tends to reduce noise levels by sacrificing a fair bit of details. Interestingly, the main camera is capable of recording videos up to 1440p at 30 frames per second, and it even supports smooth 60 frames per second for 1080p video. This should be sufficient for many budget phone users who wants to do casual vlogging or TikTok videos on it. The selfie camera impressed me despite being a 60MP shooter. It takes really good quality selfies, and I was surprised that it could record 1440p videos as well at 30 frames per second. Although these higher resolution videos do come at the expense of stabilization, which you might want to invest in a gimbal to better stabilize your shots for vlogging. I totally love the battery life on the Infinix Note 12 2023 as it simply dropped about 7% after playing Contra Returns for an hour. The 5000 mAh battery does take a while to charge, although it supports 33W fast charging. But I tend to get close to 2 days of battery life if I'm using it as a regular smartphone for texting and social media. At 799 ringgit, the Infinix Note 12 2023 certainly screams value at this price point as a budget phone for gaming. Though several hardware decisions leaves much to be desired, it's hard to find fault with the phone during the review period, and I'm sure most budget mobile gamers will be satisfied with what it brings to the table. One thing for sure is that Infinix has definitely made a statement with this phone and proved that they can compete with other big guys like Realme and Xiaomi's Redmi lineup, which I would love to see that momentum continue. So that's all for the review of the Infinix Note 12 2023. Let me know what your thoughts in the comment section down below, and be sure to subscribe to us for more videos coming right up, and we'll see you in the next one.